The amplifier you just heard me playing out of is something that I put together using just my Android phone and a couple of parts that are very inexpensive. So let me show it to you very quickly. It's something that's incredibly portable and something that's really easy to use for travel or for just lugging and bringing it to your buddy's house or something like that. And the only thing, it cost me about 40 bucks, speaker included, 335 not included, Android phone not included. I want to show you how I built that in just a few seconds. Here we go, soup to nuts. We are going to build, or I should say assemble, an amplifier from all these parts that are right here, assuming only two things. That is, number one, that you have an Android smartphone, and number two, that you have a guitar. Other than that, we're going to build the whole thing. Now, the watchword here is portable and inexpensive. So we want something that is going to be very convenient for us to travel with, say, if you're going to use it on a plane or something like that, or to put it into your car or into a little bag and take it to your buddy's house to jam, or just to lug around the house. This is really small, really portable, easy enough to put in an overnight bag and take on a plane. Okay, number two, we want it to be inexpensive. So the parts that we have here tend to be on the inexpensive side. I have a link to all of them in the description below. You can choose on various parts whether you want to upgrade to more expensive ones. Choice is yours. Anyway, let's go through what the equipment is first, and then we'll do the assembly. The assembly will take about 2 minutes, maybe even less. So the parts are these. So you'll need two of these. You'll need two of these 3.5 millimeter. These are basically phone cables. So you're going to plug it into say your headphone jack of your smartphone. That's normally what you would plug it in to use headphones or something like that. Well, we're not going to do that. We're going to use one of these to go to a speaker, this speaker right here, and the other to go to the guitar. Now, you may already have these around the house. You may not even have to spend money on these, but if you do buy them, buy one that's a little bit longer so that you can go to the guitar comfortably. The other one you may not need to have it so long because it's only going to the speaker. Okay, second thing we're going to need, and this might be a little bit different for you, is a USB to OTG or USB OTG connection. Now, what that is, on one hand, you've got this is just a micro USB. This is just like your phone charger, okay? This is what you would normally plug into your phone charger, and that's where that's going to go, in fact, into the charger on your phone. And on the other side is a USB connection, and we're going to plug the sound card into this. Third thing you're going to need is a sound card. Now, this is a really, really cheap one, about $4, and you can see it's plastic construction. You can buy a better one, probably a more noise-free one. This one's got a little bit of noise in it, and as you'll see, but for $4 it works pretty well. You can see on one end it's got a USB connector. On the other side, it's got two connections. One that goes to the one that's going to go to the speaker, and one that's going to go to your guitar. Now it has little icons that vaguely resemble. One vaguely resembles a microphone, and one vaguely resembles headphones. So we're going to figure out how to plug our guitar and speaker into that respectively. Lastly, we're going to need a 1/4 inch to 3.5 millimeter adapter. Okay, and that's going to plug into our guitar, obviously. I said lastly, but there is one last thing. You're going to need a speaker. Now, you may already have one. This is just an ordinary portable speaker that I hook up to my computer or to my smartphone when I travel anyway. This one happens to be the Hype. It's an angled speaker. I picked it up for about 25 bucks, but right now, if you look at the link, it's about 50 bucks. And who knows when you look at this video what it will cost. The key thing for this is to look at a bunch of different of these angled speakers and choose one that you want. The better quality speaker is going to give you better quality sound for sure, and they're more expensive, but they do go on sale, so just kind of watch for that. All right, enough talking. Let's get rocking. Let's build it. Let's build ourselves an amplifier here. Okay, so first things first, I am going to take the sound card and we're going to plug into the sound card. So first thing, I'm going to take my headphone jack and plug into the headphone icon of this sound card. Now again, it vaguely resembles a headphone, so if it doesn't work, flip it around and maybe that'll fix it, you know, switch them. Okay, and that's going to go into my speaker. Now I'm going to take the other one and untangle it here, and this is going to go to my guitar. Yep, that's going to go to my guitar, and then I'm going to take this USB OTG connector and put that into onto this, and that's going to go to my phone. All right, we're all set. That's it. We've built the amp. Now we just need to plug in to our phone and plug into our guitar. So I'm going to plug this into the phone. And I'll tell you what software I'm using to drive this. And I'm going to plug into my 335 here. Now, this is not the guitar I would use to travel, but you can hear the power come on right there. Okay, so we've actually got a little bit of sound coming out of there. And you can adjust it with your phone volume. And I've got it on full. Okay, so here we go. I am going to put, the software I'm using, do it from the start. The software I'm using is called, I don't know how to pronounce it, Deplike. It used to be called iRig, but now it's called Deplike. Doesn't make sense to me anyway. We're going to put that in, and it's going to ask you, as you put it in there, whether you, I know you can't read this, but again, I'll put a link to it in the descriptions, Deplike, and I'm not doing anything special here. I haven't bought anything, and it's going to ask if I want to hook up this USB device. I click OK, and there we are. We're in business already, and I can tell you there's very little latency. It's probably too loud for this. I'll turn it down a little bit. And we're clipping a little bit. I'm going to turn down the sound. You know, and we can adjust this on the amplifier settings and all that, but and this acts like a regular amplifier, so you can hear that there's some noise here. I'm going to turn on a clean channel, so that's a little bit better. And it sounds... So it's not a bad sounding amplifier. Like I said, there's a little bit of noise that's on here. One thing that you definitely don't want to do is you definitely want to make sure that you don't have things plugged in. Obviously, you can't plug in the power supply into your phone, but if you plug the power supply into the speaker, it's going to be crazy with the noise. Anyway, that's about it, and that's about it. This software actually allows you to, will allow you to put, you'll be able to buy effects for it, like fake pedals, or virtual pedals, I should say, not fake. Virtual pedals, you can change amp models. It's really fun. And of course you have to pay a little bit for all those, but each of those is just a few bucks. And it's a lot of fun, and it's cheap, and very, very portable. Well, gang, I hope you enjoyed that one, and if you can use it, rock on. See you on down the road.